Michael here with Remax in Denver, Colorado. Today I wanted to pass a couple of items of wisdom that I have gotten over the 12 years I've been doing real estate and the 23 years that I've owned Victorian homes. I said 16 because that's the one I'm currently in. But they're not really sexy things that's going to excite you when you walk into a house or make it seem that, hey, this is the one, I've got to have this house. It's the sanitary sewer and it's the water lines. I bring up the sanitary sewer because it's a big expense. A tap into the city main itself is about $5,000–6,000. And if you have to replace a sewer line, that's $8,000. Those are easy to see and get picked up quite a bit when you inspect them from a sewer inspection. But one thing I do want to touch on that gets hidden a lot and passed up is the kitchen sink gets hooked out to a grease trap in these old homes. When I say old homes, I'm talking about central Denver and these old Victorian neighborhoods. It's what I've called home from the 23 years that I've lived here. And these are houses that are essentially built in the late 1800s or early 1900s. And what they did was they ran a separate line from the kitchen out to a grease trap in the backyard. After that, they then hooked into the sewer that goes out to the city. They were trying to obviously prevent any grease or buildup to get into the sewer line so it didn't have any problems with the city. But what this has created is if you don't make sure that your sink is hooked directly into the main leaving the house, and this is important, prior to it leaving the house, then you could be in the house, it could be a week, it could be 6 months, it's just all of a sudden you're going to have a backup. I've seen it back up in the basement, I've seen it back up through the kitchen. And basically what this requires is you to disconnect that grease trap and hook it back into the main sewer leaving your house. Easy fix, but something you don't want to deal with when you're living in a house and enjoying it and put up with that hassle. It's better to take a look at it prior to purchasing the house and get it settled in. It's much easier. And you can pass the expense on to the seller to fix. Another thing I want to touch on real quick, and it was common, was the two types of plumbing that brought your water into the house. Comes from the front of the house. They used lead long time ago, and most of these have been replaced for obvious reasons, and galvanized. Galvanized is another pipe that came in and was really common. You'll see that. I see it in today's houses. Not the new builds, obviously, but the old builds. And we see it, and it's not something that's going to prohibit you from living in a house comfortably. What it does is it adds a little color to your water, and it restricts the water pressure because it corrodes from the inside. So if you have a half inch on the inside diameter, through the years of rust happening, it's going to shrink it down over and over and over, which leaves you less water pressure. Easy fix, come in and make sure that that gets replaced with the copper, and then you won't have that problem anymore. But those are two issues that I wanted to pass along, a little wisdom to the home buyer to make sure they have those items taken care of. Not, like I said, sexy and makes you excited about a house and makes you fall in love with it, but a costly one that you want to make sure gets taken care of prior to your ownership. And let's say you decide to take care of it on your own. At least you can fix that into the price and know what you're up against. Don't have any surprises. That's the basic thing. So any further questions, please give me a shout. I'd love to talk to you, help you out. Check out my website for more tips and photos. Hope you have a great day. Bye.